Welcome to a Healthy Living video blog, episode number 81. This is Ruben.
And you know Aram.
Absolutely, guys. Today we're going to talk about being perfect. You know, we speak a lot about doing things properly, eating good food, sleeping well, and everything of that sort. And one of my dear friends told me that we are way too pure in our approach.
No, we're not.
So today we're going to talk about being perfect. We're going to actually discuss what's called 80-20 rule. For you, it might be 70-30. It really doesn't matter. Let's tear this one apart. Ruben, let's go ahead.
80-20, it's quite simple. 80% you want to do things right so the body can absorb the other 20% of what the body doesn't really like. So most people they live on a 20-80 rule and expect, an 80-20%, and that's not going to happen at any level. So if you're doing 20% of the things that are actually good for you, don't expect an 80% of good things coming your way, because the equation does not work and the inverse.
Absolutely. I personally believe that it is impossible to be perfect. It's just that the whole idea is trying to be perfect is doomed right from a get-go.
Well, I'll tell you something that happened a long time ago about being perfect. I know this guy. He was born in Bethlehem about 2,000 years ago. That's the last, I guess, perfect person I know. And he happened to piss off so many people, they nail him to a cross. So perfection, it doesn't happen.
Okay.
And they can kill you to be perfect. Not to be a perfectionist, but
you might have a cult after that following you.
Whatever. I was straight and right into the water.
Anyway, guys, perfection is not going to happen. Neither Ruben nor I do exactly everything the way we say. Actually, we do, but we cheat once in a while too.
That's correct.
Absolutely. I think cheating is important.
Well, the thing is that cheating, you can look at it from many ways. If we say, well, we cheat, but do we go in a Twinkies binge?
No.
No. Do we go on and have a drink?
No. Yes, it did.
You see, we go once in a while, we have a drink. I happen to like, to drink a good beer once in a while. I'm not a drinker to begin with, so, but if you say, well, drinking might be an extreme form of cheating. Okay, might be chocolate. I happen to love chocolate. So is that part
Absolutely.
of the 20%? Yeah. Drinking coffee here and there, that
Depending
is not...
what kind of chocolate. If you're eating organic chocolate, the chances are it's in the 80%.
Well, if you're drinking Milky Way, then that means that you don't know shit about chocolate.
That's true too.
And that's where you waste your energy. Well, that's fine.
Okay.
Drinking, excessive coffee, can it be part of that 20%? It can be. Having, be realistic. We talk about eating good quality food, but when you go to a restaurant or to a meeting for lunch or whatever, you don't know exactly what they're putting on the table. You don't know the quality of it. You don't know what kind of oil they cook it with, how overdone the meat can be, how fresh or not so fresh, but it's still edible the fish might be. We have no control over those things. And if you're traveling, like I do oftentimes, guess what? It's out of your hands to that degree.
Absolutely.
But you gotta do the best you can. And doing the best you can, it doesn't mean that you're gonna meet that 100%, nor do we want it to. You gotta have flexibility, and everybody has different and various, lifestyles, and it might include that you have to go to a lot of meetings, and there's a lot of booze going around, there's a lot of food that is not ideal for you going around. It might be good quality food, because somebody can make it, because Ruben, I cooked you this beautiful, pasta penne, 100% organic, blah, blah, blah. Say, well, what? Sorry, but I'm gluten intolerant, so if I have a couple bites only, do not get offended. It's that I cannot eat this stuff unless you want to see me hurting.
Absolutely.
So it's just, different.
For me, guys, I think it's important to just do at least a little bit more than 50% better than you do. So let's say if you have 50-50, 50% you do bad things that you think are bad, 50% you do things that are good.
Right.
Then you stay where you are. Now, if you start doing better, that means you're moving in the right direction. So whatever it is that your pace you want to set for yourself to accomplish the goals, that's the kind of rule you should implement into your life. So if it will be a 65-45, that is fine. It is entirely up to you at what speed and how you want to move in life. When we started this video blog, we wanted to put the word out. There's some basic things that people need to know about health. Do we expect everybody to do exactly just the way we said it? Absolutely no.
No, we just
But
want to do better.
we just want you to do, guys, better. So if you're doing better than before, you're absolutely on the right track. And forget about being perfect, because if you want to be perfect, that's a perfect way to get stressed out. And stress is going to kill you at some point.
Sooner than later.
Sooner than later. You want to say anything else for today?
I think it's just, it's relative to your perception of how deep you want to go the rabbit hole. That is it. To me, my 80-20 might be slightly different than your 80-20, but we might be at, a couple steps ahead or behind of each other, and that's totally fine. Like Aram says, we just want you to do better, we want you to feel better, we want you actually to look better. And it's quite simple. So we give you the ideal conditions. Ideal conditions don't happen all the time. We live in a world that's in constant fluctuation. So, but one day is really, really good, another day is not so good. And don't look back at that day not being so good as, creating a disaster or stressing yourself about it. Know for a fact that what happens is typically is that, life does happen, and you have to make, decisions, and you have to make options. And when the options are not 100%, what you do as in Rome, you do as the Romans. You do the best you can.
Absolutely.
It's that simple.
And if you happen to cheat or do something that for a fact it's not good, definitely don't judge yourself for that. Learn how to love yourself, accept the things that you do, and just try to do better next time. That's all it is.
Yeah, I did one example one time with a group of clients that I was coaching, and it was a fairly nice size group, and I'll mention this on the blog. And I told them, I'm gonna invite you over, and I'm gonna cook some heart attack burgers. And they were like, what? He goes, oh yeah, we're gonna have a bunch of hamburgers with cheese and bacon, and instead of using buns, we're gonna use donuts. And they were like flipping out. He goes, he's pulling our chain, we're gonna go to his house and he's gonna shove wheatgrass down our throat or something. And I didn't. And I told him, and I'm not saying this for you to go and just do something, as dramatic as that. But we spoke many times how people react to the food, and the feeling is transferred into the food, and once they add those two into their body, they get all out of sorts and they feel sick. So I said, if you think that this food, but don't use this as the wrong way, right? Don't take me out of context. If you think this food is going to hurt you, it will. If you think that this is the option that you have right now, you're with friends, you're in a loving environment, the food is cooked with appreciation and with love. To some of you, it might sound like a little or a huge load of bullshit. I don't care. I know the fact. And you cook it well, and you present it well, and you give it to them and says, this is not going to harm you, And they did. We all ate the same stuff. I ate probably twice as much as they did, except with the exception of one of my clients that he was trying to catch up to me. Good luck when it comes to eating. And none of them felt sick. And they all had the thought that they were going to feel really, really ill after eating that boatload of bacon and cheese and the donuts and stuff like that. They didn't. So I'm not telling you this for you to, every time that you feel like going, apeshit with food, that you actually say, well, I'm going to do my, hokey pokey, and it's going to be okay. No, it won't be okay. But once in a while, if you put good intention, good love into the food that you're about to eat, it will not harm you nearly as bad as it would if you're actually thinking that you're actually doing something negative to yourself.
Absolutely. The power of the mind is quite amazing.
Right.
Use it for your advantage. That's it for today.
Yep.
Yeah?
I agree.
Remember, your future looks better already, even if you move with the little steps, as long as you're moving in the right direction.
Slow and steady wins the race.
Absolutely. Thank you very much for watching us. Thanks for your support, and we really hope you guys enjoy this holiday season. We'll see you next time.